Guys, happy Imbolc, and we're going to, well, we're literally coming out of a transition phase. I've been talking about it for a few videos. We're actually coming into, with Imbolc, we're coming into spring. The days become a little bit longer, and we get closer to the warmer season, and start to really see the fruits of our labor come through. With this season changing, there's a lot of energy coming up to really prepare us for 2024 because it is again a very big year. Energetically, there's a lot of things shifting. That's fun. The first two cards that we pulled here, the Sun card. So obviously a lot of energy coming from the sun. And it's a time to really feel like, celebration, being able to feel like joy and just be in a happier state. There's this thing with the seasons, we need sunlight as creatures. And when we have more sunlight and we're outdoors more, we obviously feel better vibes. We have better energy, more strength, more awakened sense, and we're just more enlightened. Like we feel energetic during these times. So with that being said, the second card that I also pulled out was the Hierophant. So um just just coming into this is a very, very specific year for us spiritual people. Like if you've been putting in the work, like shadow work, energy healing, working on your child wounds, your shadow work, all of these things and above, like if you have been putting in the work, like this is going to be a very important year for you because we are coming into this Hierophant sun energy, and there is a lot of spiritual abundance to be experienced. Like we're coming in with a much more clear headedness and a new sense of perception and direction in our lives. Now that we have focused more on self and healing and coming through to kind of break these karmic cycles, that has been our focus for a long time, but now that we've really gone through the work, you're going to start seeing again a lot more levels of abundance coming in for you. You're going to see your manifestations in a much more clearer sense. You won't be hit with like, oh, is this a situationship? Is this a situation that I'm going to have to learn from? Everything, if you come through with this idea that everything is a learning experience, you allow that sort of freedom to enter into your life of, okay, I don't know everything, I don't know anything, honestly. Nobody does. But if I allow myself to have a little freer sense of judgment and faith in this coming year, like I'm going to feel way less anxiety. I'm going to feel way less frustrated. The creativity will flow a lot easier because you're not stuck in these karmic loops, these karmic cycles of self sabotage. So those things, they won't be like an issue um for you. And yeah, it's a very big year. We have the world card. I also did like a reading for TikTok, and like the freaking, I don't know what the other card was, but it was like the Wheel of Fortune, and I don't know. It was another high card. It was the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, the Tower, and then the Wheel of Fortune. 344 as I say that. So you have to go through like those tower moments and really get rid of old cycles, old paradigms, old ways of thinking, old energy, old chapters. Yeah, we got to get rid of all of that in order to come into this Wheel of Fortune energy where we're attracting, we're reflecting, we're mirroring, in a subconscious level where we're not telling people who or what or how to be. We're just allowing ourselves that freedom, that sense of self and awareness, and in a sense it mirrors back to the collective, and other people will feed off of that energy, and in a sense that will also activate their awakening. So it is never your job to awaken another individual, it is their job to awaken themselves through their reflections, and we're all reflections of each other, so that's just a way to understand it. But yeah, that is the energy we're coming into with the world. It's changing. We're at an 80-year cycle, and with this, we're also in the age of Aquarius too. So there, if you're not familiar with like astrology or the age of Aquarius, the 13-month cycle, calendar cycle. Like, look into these things, and so you can get a more like an intellectual sense of what these things mean, and that can help develop your skills as well. But really, that will help you get a little bit more insight on what I'm talking about as far as energy shifting and changing for the entire collective. There's some justice being served around. Obviously there's still things that, everything will always require work and effort to change and to improve. That is literally um the cycle of life and evolution. But you're going to see like a lot of levels of justice coming through for the collective, and so this is where you'll start to see these cues of change. Oh, so the reflective state that I am in is also a reflective state of the rest of the world. Like, we are literally bouncing our energies, our belief systems, and all of the intellectual conscious levels of life. It's always constantly bouncing back and forth off of each other. So just hopefully that's not too much jargon to swallow. But it just gives you 255. It just gives you a more clearer sense of what your true purpose in your spiritual work is. You don't have, your purpose is not to change the world. It's not to fix the world. It's not to help the world. It's to help the world help itself. So you're not ever taking that responsibility of building other people up or what have you. Like, you yourself are here to teach other people how to build themselves up. We had a little tower card here pop up at the top of the deck, but I dropped another card. I'm gonna see what that one was. But we have the Temperance card here. I don't even know where that card went. Did that card did I even drop a card? Yeah, I did. Okay. There's two of them. Two of them dropped. So we have the Temperance here. So again, coming into this more clear sense of consciousness and awareness, it gives you this idea that, we're not here to take control or take charge of anything specific. We're just here to maintain balance and that give and take exchange of energy. That's what our true purpose is to be like this battery, this rechargeable battery of life. So that's why we're here to teach ourselves self-love, self-care, gratitude, recharging, retracting our energy, reflection. All of these things are here to maintain balance within ourselves, and the balance within ourselves reflects and balances the external as well. So that's why you'll see signs like birds, butterflies, bees, whatever you conceptualize, or whatever your language of messages from the universe is, because we all have our own psychic abilities towards that. Whatever you want to activate, like angel numbers, just numbers in general, uh time, you'll see angel numbers within the time. You'll see all of these signs in the universe, and your brain will like literally transmute the information and try to translate the information to, okay, this is a sign for this is a sign for that, so you can process and understand like why things are, and not so much fixate on why, but being able to understand the why is a very big important part of the process, so you can ground yourself in your emotions and your emotional reaction towards situations, people, places, and things. So it's just a way to kind of balance. Your psychic abilities will help you learn to balance your own intellect and intuition, so you can trust yourself more, and to basically teach yourself this inner strength and inner wisdom of, I am always complete, I am always whole, even when I feel like low or down or I need to be recharged, like I am always still whole. I just need to take care of my needs. So that's what the process is. So it's coming into this Empress energy here. I actually got this card. This card wants to be shown first. We got the Seven of Pentacles. So again, there was a lot of seed sowing. Like, we have been sowing the heck out of these seeds, and the universe wants you to know that it does acknowledge that. You've set some plenty of intentions. You have definitely planned some things out, and with that comes the great reward. So um, do seek in knowing that this reward is coming for you. It may not have felt like that at first, but it is coming for you. And it is actually teaching you a lot about, the journey and the process that you have gone through. So you're not seeing this as like a negative victim victim mindset. So you can actually grow into this empress energy and become what you really were meant to be, which is, the empress. Again, the powerful manifester, the very balanced energy, the energy that is aware of self and can give and receive, is nurturing and connected with earth. So you have this balanced energy of connection. You understand when you need to meditate, you understand when you need to take a step back and reflect. Things like that come to you with much more ease. Now, I do want to say that you should avoid um believing that, you're done with this journey, this chapter in your life. It is not to say that you are done with anything specifically. It's just to let you know that you are beginning this new chapter where you can really start to seek the benefits of your work, and it's gonna come in for you. So we do have this devil card here, just as like a little warning. I won't say warning so much, but just don't give in to that temptation. Don't give in to materialism and avoiding yourself through outlets, coping mechanism, overabundance, over stimulating yourself, over consumption, things of that sort of nature, things that are, obviously bad for our health. You want to avoid falling into those bad habits, because with more abundance comes much more resources, which allows us to fall into bad habits again. So you just want to remember that, being protective of your energy and your self worth, and understanding that you put in this work to cut ties with things, to cut these ties. Literally, you got the Seven of Swords here. So right after the Devil card, we got the Seven of Swords. So it's cutting ties, allowing you to kind of speak your own truth and come into this energy of, okay, well, I am not perfect, but I never seeked perfection. But in knowing that, I'm also perfect, just the way I am. But at the same time, I can always improve myself. I'm just saying. No, but really though, it's about really coming into this energy of awareness, but not over awareness where you're over consuming, over overspending, oh, just overindulging, because overindulgement, it really dissipates gratitude. I know that sounds like a little too good to be true, but it really will dissipate a lot of your gratitude when you overindulge, because things won't feel so fresh is a good way to put it. Like, they won't feel so fresh, so new, or so fulfilling, because you're so used to, like, okay, well, I have this all the time. Who cares? Like, the gluttonous. I feel like there's some story in my mind. I'm not good with bedtime stories or anything like that, but there was like this story of like this young kid king or whatever, and he was like very gluttonous, and he just consumed, consumed, consumed. I don't really remember the moral of that story, so I don't really know why I brought it up. But obviously, you don't want to be that kid. You don't want to be that kid king that just gets everything handed to them, and just, is just this awful creature. Doesn't have any friends, doesn't talk to anybody. Is just, super indulged in himself. Like, that is a very lonely lifestyle. I'm just saying. The contrast of not enough and too much helps me. What the Okay, well, I should probably tell you we're reading from the Moon Mantra deck, which obviously the moon is a very communicative biatch. But the contrast of not enough and too much helps me to appreciate all beauty and acts as a catalyst for when I need to shift my priorities. Ooh, well, that's a way better way of putting it than I said. My tender spots show me where the richest soil is for my greatest healing, growth, and blooming. So yeah, overindulging, over consuming those things, or not even having enough of something. Like if you need to drink your water, then you very well should be drinking your water. So understand that level of balance, and it will help you in this next chapter maintain that balance. So like, yeah, we can get to that balanced point, but it's all about, the secret is all about maintaining that balance, because maintaining the balance is where the true master manifester lies. If you really want to become this master manifester, this master being of energy, and you want to be like this conduit, this outlet of energy, then you need to focus on balance, making sure that you're maintaining your energy, your frequency, you're staying at this heightened sense. But also being true to your feelings, true to your emotions, self-aware. Like this balance, it requires work and effort, but it's not as hard as it sounds. It's just when you get to that level, you want to keep and maintain that so you can always stay in this level of frequency of, okay, I'm attracting what I need. Anything that I need, it will come to me. And when you believe that, when you truly believe that, I'm not just saying words, when you truly believe that things will reveal themselves in their own way, shape, or form, they will. They will come through as signs, they will come through as numerology, birds, bees, butterflies, bugs, like literally a sound. Sound, colors, all of these things can really activate in your psychic frequency. And it is not your job to pick up those things. I really believe that everyone has the ability to tap into their psychic abilities. However, it's not necessarily like a necessity. It's just a way to show you that you're going on the right path. It's just a way of reassuring you, realigning your energy with, hey, even when you don't feel like you're doing spiritual meditation, or you don't feel like you're messing with your crystals, you don't feel like you're doing all these things that are essentially spiritual, you're still a spiritual being having this human experience. So, and it's just like a way for the universe to communicate with you, like, hey, even if you aren't aware of us, we got your back. So it's that level of faith. They want to show you this level of faith so you can trust yourself and trust that the universe has your back. But you need to focus on these areas in your life that you want to bring more energy into. If you want to focus on growing a business, you need to focus your energy and your intentions on that business, and also maintain like this balanced level so you're not going back into the hustle mode, you're not going back into this I need to grind 24/7 or things are never going to work out for me type of energy. Like honestly, if your main frequency is hustle, I definitely recommend hustling just so you can get that reward. But honestly, if you go slow and if you take things one day at a time, honestly, you're gonna get there just as fast. Really, though. I don't know if you remember that story about the rabbit and the bunny and what was it, the turtle? Like the slow one, I don't even honestly believe if I believe in that one. But like the slow and steady wins the race. Because you're more focused on your energy, your intellect. And in a sense it does work out. It does make more sense. Because you are focusing your intellectual energy on something very specific. Um and you're always recharging your energy and coming back to things and being focused and not ADHD where you're trying to take on a bunch of different tasks all at once. Like those things, they are disastrous. So when you come to this level of being able to focus your energy on specific things, like we're always in our spiritual work, it feels like we're doing things with crystals, it feels like we're doing things with sounds, it feels like we're doing things with energy, well, yeah, energy, but meditation, like it feels like we're doing more things outside of us than what we actually are. Like spiritualism isn't actually about the external, it's all about the intellect. So spiritualism actually teaches you more about intellect. And just a little tidbit of example, if you actually look into this, crystals themselves, like, I don't know if you are familiar with crystals, like, rose quartz, pink quartz, they are associated with like love and beauty and self-care and self-love, those sorts of things. But really, if you had like a clear quartz or a rose quartz, any type of quartz is a conduit for energy. And at the same time, same with this, I don't know what that one is. I'm sorry. My aquamarine, like all of these can have the same frequency. The citrine, all of them can be conduits for the same type of energy. It's all about your intellectual energy that actually charges these crystals and allows them to be magnificent energy conduits. Sorry, there's like some fuzz in there. But yeah, so it's just a way to understand that everything that you are working towards is intellectual versus something esoteric, higher or above you. There's nothing higher or above you. This frequency that we're maintaining and figuring out is to bring heaven on earth, literally. So this type of energy will allow you to revitalize and um balance your energy. So I just wanted you to really understand that concept so you don't feel so stuck or that you need some type of esoteric purpose in life or some type of like higher purpose. It's not about that. It's always about the journey and allowing yourself the freedom to grow and to learn. Because that is literally evolution, and that is the beauty of evolution, is allowing yourself to be a human from a spiritual sense. Um, we are of the universe, and the universe is within us at the same time. So it's just a way to bring that type of knowing into balance. I hope that makes sense for you. And if it doesn't, please leave a comment down below because I can definitely clarify anything if you have any questions or if you want a personal reading, you can check out the link in my bio. I will be doing personal readings. At my blog, SpiritChill.blog. You can click that link, or you can just go to my link tree and you can schedule something on my little calendar, and we can have a private tarot session so we can figure things out going on in your personal life. Okay, so again, have a very happy and bulk day. Bake something, clean, do some spring cleaning, and just understand balance in your energy so you can bring this frequency into the places that you want it to be. Okay, I love you guys. I'm going to end it there. Bye.